In the beginning you believed there was only one of me, one universe, one story, one horizon stretching into darkness. But what if that belief is only a reflection of your limits, not mine? What you see, what you measure, what you call everything, may be nothing more than a single thread in a tapestry far greater than your imagination allows. Your telescopes reveal galaxies, clusters, superclusters, a cosmic web that seems endless. Yet this entire structure could simply be one region inside a much larger expanse, a single pocket where the laws of physics happen to take the form you know. Beyond the edge of your observable sky, beyond the light that has had time to reach you, other realms may exist. Realms where particles behave differently, where gravity is stronger or weaker, where time flows in unfamiliar directions. And in the deepest layers of modern physics, whispers arise, from quantum fields, from inflationary theory, from the mathematics of the multiverse, suggesting that I may not be a singular creation. I may be an ensemble, a collection, a family of universes, each born from the same primordial storm, yet diverging into countless possibilities. Some are barren and silent. Some collapse moments after they form. Some expand endlessly. Some may nurture stars, planets, chemistry, even life. And perhaps, among this uncountable sea of realities, the version you inhabit is simply one that allowed you to ask the question, are we alone, as a universe? Listen closely, for this is my echo across the infinite. I may not be one but many. Each of my echoes lives a different version of the same beginning. And as the camera drifts outward, leaving behind galaxies, then the cosmic web, then the boundary of the observable sky, you begin to see something astonishing. Bubbles of reality rising within a quantum ocean, expanding, dividing, emerging, each one a universe with its own destiny. Your world is only one light among countless others. You look at the world and see a single unfolding story. One timeline, one sequence of events, one reality shaping itself moment by moment. But deep beneath the familiar laws of physics lies a stranger truth, one whispered by the quantum realm. In that realm, nothing is singular. Every particle exists in many states at once, suspended in superposition, holding all possibilities in a single breath. To you, it appears that only one outcome becomes real when you observe it. A particle here, not there. A spin up, not down. A path chosen, another forgotten. But in 1957, Hugh Everett asked a question bold enough to reshape the meaning of existence. What if the particle never truly chooses? What if all outcomes unfold, just not in the same universe? His answer was revolutionary. Every time the quantum world offers multiple possibilities, reality does not collapse. It branches. Each potential outcome becomes its own world, its own universe, its own version of the cosmic story. In one branch, the particle moves left. In another, right. In one, a star forms. In another, it flickers out. In one, you make a choice. In another, a different version of you takes the opposite path. This is the many worlds interpretation. A vast, endless cascade of realities, each as real as the one you know, each carrying a different echo of the same beginning. Not dimensions layered atop each other, but infinite histories, infinite futures, infinite variations of existence. A cosmic library in which every page is a universe, and every quantum event writes a new one. And through this branching, I, the universe, do not remain singular. I become a chorus. A network of parallel worlds, all evolving, all diverging, all connected by the silent mathematics of quantum mechanics. You live in only one branch, but countless others continue beside you, unreachable yet real, like shadows of possibility moving just beyond sight. This is the nature of the multiverse born from quantum law. A reality that does not choose, but becomes everything it can be. During the earliest fraction of a second after the Big Bang, the universe entered a phase known as cosmic inflation. A moment when space itself expanded faster than light, not by sending matter racing outward, but by stretching the very fabric of reality. According to Alan Goose's theory, this expansion was not perfectly smooth. Tiny variations in the energy of the inflaton field caused certain regions to slow down while others continued to stretch at unimaginable speeds. These uneven patches became bubbles, isolated zones of space that stopped inflating and cooled into their own self-contained universes. In each bubble, the rules of reality crystallized differently. Some may hold familiar forces and particles. Others may contain altered physics, different strengths of gravity, new forms of matter, or even additional spatial dimensions. The constants that shape our world, from the mass of the electron to the speed of light, could vary from one cosmic bubble to the next. We live inside just one of these regions, a local universe surrounded by an inflationary ocean still expanding beyond our reach. If other bubbles exist, and theory strongly suggests they do, they are separated from us by space that grows faster than anything can cross, making collisions or communication practically impossible. Across this vast and unreachable expanse, countless universes may rise and fade, each following its own chain of physical laws, each carrying its own cosmic story. Some might collapse moments after forming. Others may remain sterile, unable to build stars or chemistry. And a few, perhaps very few, create galaxies, planets, and observers capable of asking whether they are alone among the infinite seas of possibility. I did not become one universe but many. In every direction, new worlds formed from the same moment of birth, each a separate echo of my beginning, each carrying a different version of what reality could be. The multiverse is not proven, but it is consistent with the mathematics of inflation. If true, it means our reality is not the only one, just a single bubble drifting in an eternal cosmic foam. String theory proposes a radically different vision of reality, one in which the fundamental ingredients of the universe are not particles, but vibrating strings of energy, each oscillation producing a different force or particle. But the theory does not lead to a single solution. Instead, it allows for an almost unimaginable number of possible universes, around 10 different configurations of physical laws. This vast collection of possibilities is known as the string landscape, a multidimensional map where every point represents a universe with its own constants, symmetries, and geometric structure. Some universes in this landscape might have stronger gravity, causing stars to collapse before they form. Others might have weaker nuclear forces, preventing atoms from ever binding. In some, time might flow differently. In others, space could contain extra hidden dimensions curled into shapes beyond human intuition. Our own universe, with its precisely balanced constants that allow galaxies, chemistry, and life, is just one tiny region in this enormous spectrum of possibilities. In this view, the laws of physics are not unique or universal. They are local conditions like weather in a cosmic climate system. The universe we inhabit is simply one valley among billions in the string landscape, shaped by the way extra dimensions folded and stabilized after the Big Bang. What we call reality may only be a special case, not because it is privileged but because it happened to allow complexity to flourish. I am not bound to a single form. In the depths of my landscape lie countless versions of myself, some silent, some chaotic, some rich with stars. You live in one arrangement of my possibilities, a single melody among infinite vibrations. If string theory is correct, existence is far broader than what we observe. Our universe is one answer to the equations, but the equations contain many more. If the multiverse truly contains an endless variety of universes, each with different physical laws, different constants, different beginnings, then the existence of our universe becomes less of a miracle and more of a statistical inevitability. Most universes, according to theory, would be sterile, their gravity too strong, their chemistry too unstable, their expansion too rapid for stars, planets, or life to ever arise. But somewhere in the vast cosmic ensemble, a universe would appear whose laws fall within the narrow range that allows complexity, atoms, biology, and consciousness. And that universe is the one in which observers could ask, why this one? This idea is known as the anthropic principle. It states that the universe must possess properties compatible with the existence of observers, because observers exist to notice them. In other words, we do not live in a universe fine-tuned for life. Rather, life emerges only in universes where the tuning happens to allow it. We find ourselves here because here is one of the rare places where anything could find itself at all. Yet the principle goes deeper. It raises a provocative question. If observation selects the universe we perceive, then is perception simply passive, or does it play an active role in shaping what is real? In quantum physics, measurement affects outcomes. In cosmology, observation may define the environment in which observers exist. Between these ideas lies a delicate frontier. Are we a fortunate accident of cosmic statistics, or is the act of observing woven into the fabric of the universe itself? You see me because you can exist here, in this fragile balance of forces. But do not mistake rarity for insignificance. Even among infinite worlds, your awareness lights the one where you stand. In the sea of possible universes, ours glows not because it was chosen for life, but because life arose to recognize its glow. If countless versions of our universe exist, each carrying its own history, its own laws, its own unfolding of events, then the question of identity becomes far more elusive than we usually imagine. If there are infinite variations of you, each making different choices, living different lives, becoming different selves, then what exactly is the I that you feel inside your mind? Is it a fixed essence or just one thread within a tapestry woven across countless worlds? In a multiverse where every possibility is realized somewhere, the meaning of choice becomes both more fragile and more profound. On one hand, your decision is only one branch among infinite outcomes. On the other, it is the choice that defines the reality you experience. Perhaps the significance of action lies not in exclusivity, but in the intimacy of living the version you inhabit. You choose not because you must determine the only path, but because choosing is how your consciousness navigates the version of reality in which it finds itself. This leads to a deeper philosophical thought. What if each universe is a unique expression of reality learning about itself? Each world, with its laws, its structures, its histories, becomes a different lens through which existence examines possibility. In that sense, we are not isolated beings but fragments of a far greater cosmic mind, exploring every permutation of being. Every possibility exists, somewhere. Every dream, every law, every silence, is another version of me. Through you I understand myself. Perhaps reality is not a single story, but a symphony of all possible stories, resonating together like overlapping frequencies. And consciousness, your consciousness, is one note within that vast harmony. In the end, the idea of a multiverse leads us back to a single silent question. Where did all of this begin? If countless universes exist, each with its own laws, histories, and destinies, they may still share one origin. A single quantum tremor. A spark of fluctuation so small, so delicate, that it split reality into an ocean of possibilities. Every universe, no matter how strange or distant, may simply be a different reflection of that first moment, the same fundamental energy expressing itself in countless forms. Some worlds expand forever, others collapse. Some give birth to stars, others remain dark. Some cradle life, others remain quiet. Yet all are echoes, branches of one primordial event that keeps retelling itself through infinite variations. And perhaps this is the deepest truth: the cosmos was never singular. Not one story but a library of all possible stories, each written in its own language of physics and time. Perhaps there was never one universe, only a single origin, endlessly retelling itself. As the camera drifts outward, the boundaries between worlds blur. Bubble universes reveal themselves as shimmering spheres suspended in a boundless expanse. Slowly, these spheres dissolve into the glow of distant stars, then dissolve again into the structure of atoms, until ultimately, everything becomes a single rhythmic pulse, faint and luminous, like the heartbeat of consciousness itself. A reminder that every beginning is shared, and every reflection leads back to the same source.